Well, welcome to another video on my channel. As you can see, I've made it back into the Heroes League. It's been a bit challenging. I enjoyed myself trying to get out of the Gold League, which was pretty hard. It's a lot to get through those leagues. The Gold League, you have to kind of have this level cap on your cards of level 3. I found it really tricky. Platinum League was not too bad, and then Diamond League wasn't too bad either. So back in the Heroes League, about halfway through the table, I suppose. I much prefer the Heroes League, I have to say. Now I'm running a dragon run hand here. You can see I've got a variety of different dragons. This is trying to be quite a fast dragon hand. It also has a disadvantage of being more expensive generally, like Tagore and that sort of thing. But Elof is trying to get me up the field quickly. Embers of Chaos is trying to keep me there. I can use debug loggers to give me some strength. Vaval the Loop is really useful actually for this. And the Razor Sharp Lynx is there just to kind of try and run into their base. That's what I'm kind of using him for. Dangerous Suitors is for girth, obviously, to increase your strength. That's the idea behind all this. So we're going to jump into a game. We're just waiting for the game to load. My Gold League experience was tricky. I wouldn't recommend not playing. If you like Stormbound, just keep playing a little bit every month. I just had a few months where I was really busy, and suddenly found myself going, oh man, I've like somehow ended up in the Gold League. Because of course, if you don't compete in your league, then you get knocked down to the league below. And that happened a couple of times. The next thing I know, I'm like, oh man, I'm in the Gold League, which I didn't think was a problem until I was like, oh, my cards are capped at 3. That's quite hard. Oh, my base is only 14. So it's quite an experience. For those of you who are already in the Gold League right now, you're probably thinking, what's this guy talking about? It's totally fine. But yeah, it's definitely, if you're in the Gold League right now, I expect you, it's the hardest league, I think, to play in, especially with higher level cards. Anyway, so battling Kayang today. It's going to be an interesting game. Utilising these dragons, saying hello. And I'm going to get some space, got the board with my dragon card, working my way up there, and just get started. And what I really want to do is use Vaval the Looper quite soon. I couldn't really use Conflicted Drakes before, there's no much point really, but so as I noticed there were swarm cards, so I'm kind of wondering, are they going to be lots of cheap, fast swarm units? Am I going to get overrun quickly? But actually, what I'm seeing is something slightly different. I'm seeing a couple of cat cards, so I'm wondering what's going to go on here. I kind of need to shorten my position on the board here, so I'm going to take out that one and use Elof, I think. Oh no, I can't because I've got enough mana. I'm going to use, yeah, that makes more sense. So I've got a little bit of a weak position on the board, but I've at least got the board position right now, and that's good. I'd like to use Embers of Chaos next go, but that might be a bit too optimistic, depending what this Kayang does next. A little bit above me in the league, so if I win, I'll get a few more points. Nice use of that card there. Yeah, it seems to be a confused hand. I haven't played against these very often recently. Interesting comments in the chat. Who's loving the confused hands right now? I find them okay. I don't know that I've come across some that are like almost impossible to play against, but a lot of them, again, it's the mana cost of them can let you down. So I'm going to put a Vaval here because there are not other great options, to be honest. It's going to be a waste of mana, but what he'll do is just hopefully keep ticking me over, keeping keeping me on the board in the right place. Unless, of course, he takes me out straight away here. Yeah, I quite like Vaval, just to kind of, if you can get it ticking over and stay there a little while, it just gives you great board position. You can't use it to win a game, but you can use it to help you in the middle. That's kind of fortunate there. I can just tick over, and I'm kind of hedged in, but actually, what he's got going for him is he's now got a permanently protected Confusion Tower. But so I've got a few options here. Embers of Chaos would be nice because I keep my board position. Dangerous Suitors would be great, but I can only use it once. So I think what I'm going to do is use Tagore. Now Tagore here can run in, do some damage, and hopefully give me some strength. That's what I'd like to do. Tagor's biggest strength is if he gives you strength of his 3 options. And they did like that, 20. So I've got 20 strength, that's going to keep me up the board nicely. I'm going to be confused now, which means his tower is not going to be protected for that long. So there's going to be a gap opening up there. But he's got 2 units down the board, so I'm a bit open at the moment, to be honest. And I haven't got that many great options. So this is the challenge with the dragon hand. Sometimes you get a little bit too mana expensive. I could only really play, if I was going to play 2 cards, it could be Debug and spare Dragonling. But is that how you say it? Dragonling? Yeah, I guess so. And he's using Dark Harvest on me. So I'm going to need to do something about his positioning, really. I'm a bit stuck. But thankfully this happens, so I've now opened up the board a little bit. I only need to deal with 2 of his. This stage is probably the best to get rid of chaos, because I'm still on the board. And whilst I'd normally like to get rid of one of it's quite fast, but it's not fast enough for that. So I would have loved to do both this is strategy. Kind of half protecting my base for debug there. It's about the best I could do to hand. If he's got certain cards that I would use, so I'm not pretending like the best, I've done this the best way, but it's kind of, this is the, you have to play the hand you have at the time. So I know he's got rid of my dragon. That was actually really useful. I ended up using his confusion tactics against him here, which is working out well. So I can actually get up the board, get rid of his tower. So his move wasn't that great in the end. I don't know if he really worked it out. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but it kind of seemed to give me a better position, really. I suppose, in fairness, actually, he didn't know which direction Vavel was going to go. Could have gone the other way. But you never know exactly what cards your opponent's dealing with right now. I'm getting chipped away quite fast, so 7 strength. There's not a lot left. And he's dealt with his problem. So we're back to sort of a fairly even board now. So I kind of need to prioritise board position over what's available to me in terms of trying to, there's not much point trying to run Green Girl in or anything, but, I actually want to get board position and strength, so I'm going to zap that up there. I can use Green Gale to give me a bit of a boost. Nice, look at that, 10 strength, 5 strength in the end, and then I could just get the instant hit, but actually what's going to cause me more problems probably is if I just take up the space. So I'll put Dragonling there. And now obviously if you could have it, if it was possible, having Dragonling on the other side would have been nicer, because then they have to trigger Dragonling and it could boost you. But here it's quite good also, because they have to, if they take out the other Serpent, they have to take out Dragonling, and that may potentially leads to more strength. So it's not bad. It's a pretty good place to be. There's potentials here to use Embers of Chaos, get them in there. The confusion tactic again. Yeah, full on confusion hand. Sweetheart kittens. Sweet cap kittens. Yeah, so that's a bit of confusion there. Oh, it's using Forgotten Souls, so that is surprising. I don't know what else there was available, but Forgotten Souls is, generally speaking, quite a tactical card. It's best to use it sparingly, really, to get people in, get your team in the base. But he has protected himself. I think that's the idea, protected his flanks. Blocking my Embers of Chaos that could have come out, which is helpful for him. So I'm now looking at my mana really and thinking, well, actually I might as well make the most of my mana. I could put Tagore there, put Ebbers in there, and now he's got 3 problems on his back row, 3 things that on death cause trouble. Not enough to actually end the game for him, but enough to cause him things. Look, how am I going to deal with this? That's the idea. What's they going to do about that? What's they going to do? Try and confuse everything? Okay. I suppose it could have forced, because he didn't know which one it was going to trigger, so it could have forced one of my other ones up the top to fight each other. But he's a bit limited, really, on the toxins now. So what's going to happen here? Worst place for the strength to go, but obviously a good location for that dragon, and I was hoping for a bit of a strength boost, but instead we've got a movement. That's okay, we can cope with that. And I can't win here with Veval. It'd be nice if Veval could run into his base, but it would just keep pinging along on his back line, so gonna have to think about what to do. It might be more useful to use debug here. Again, strength on the board. Which way round's going to go? That way. Well, not as an ideal, but fine. I can use Veval to take his player, I think. With this card, I can never quite remember what it's ever going to do, to be honest. And again, the Dragonling does a nice job of just causing him problems on his back line. He's got to deal with that one, to deal with the 12 and the 3. Maybe confusion could come out here. He's going to have to take the hit, give me strength. But this is where Veval's worked against me again, because I didn't really want strength there right now. Clever use of confusion here to stop my 12 going in. And this is starting to get quite close to 5. Chateau cardboard here isn't the best thing. Okay, I can see the point. Interesting board layout now. So as you can see, I've got what I need to win. Give it a little clap. Although only very low end strength, my green Gale Serpents can do a job, so I just send these ones in just for the sake of it, because I might as well. And then here he goes to get the win. There you go, thank you for watching this battle. As you can see, this Dragon Hand has strengths and weaknesses, but it's quite fun. I like to play it every now and again. Join me next time, subscribe to my channel. Take care, bye.